Hey, this is Professor Homa. I'm going to just go over the calendar exercises real quick. For this video, I'll just go over the first one. There's two samples to look at, a color one and a black and white to download in PDF. There's your instructions, which there's one change to, and there's the text, which you're going to work on for just part one. As far as the samples, this is what the first one we're going to do should look like. So it's real simple. It should only take you 5 minutes. So when you go to Word, I already have it open here. It's going to look like this to start. And the first thing that you should do is change your page margins. And you can do that through page layout. You could go to page setup and just change the margins. They should be 0.75. And I'm going to hit tab, 0.75. Don't worry about the top or bottom. And that'll give you enough room for your tabs to go across the page. Okay, I'm going to highlight this title here, March 2012. Go back to my home tab. This will be Arial Black, which is a real heavy font. I'll make it 24 point. And I'll center it. Okay, now the other and also we got to put a space after as well, just a little bit of space after. I like to just go to the paragraph dialog box and just go to space after here and make it 6 point space after. It'll just put a little division here. Now also, while this paragraph is highlighted, I'm going to go to this icon here, which is borders and shading, and I'm going to go to the options, a little arrow on the side of this. And down at the bottom, I'm going to go to borders and shading. Now on the first thing I uploaded, it said go to page border. Don't go to page border, just go to borders is fine. And just go to box, make sure it's 1 point. If it isn't 1 point, change it to 1 point. Make sure you see your box around. Also, go to shading, and over here where it says fill, you could just make it a, let's see on the sheet, you can make it any gray. I don't care what gray you make it. Something, just a light gray is fine. And hit OK. Okay, so that's going to be your shading to start, and you'll see what happens later as we go around everything. So the next thing I'm going to do is highlight all our text that we have here, and I'm going to give it a space after, and this is going to get a 12 point space after, and I'm going to change the font size of, and I think I'm going out of order here, but that's okay. I'm going to make it 18 point bold. Okay, now one thing I didn't do yet is set the tabs, so I'm going to set the tabs right now. Even though I just did that. But I'm going to set my tabs by going to paragraph and tabs at the bottom. And I'm going to set my tabs, I'm going to set all of them in one shot. So I'm going to set 0.5, right tab, and then hit set. And then I'll do 1.5, and then I'll hit set. Because it's already defaulting to right after you do the first one. So it'll show up as the next one. So I'll hit set. There's 2 of them. I'm going to pause, do the rest, and then come back. Okay, I just set all my tabs. I have 0.5 through 6.5. There's 7 of them all together, and I didn't hit OK until I set all of them, so each one I had to set, and they were all right. So I'll hit OK, and there you can see everything's lined up where they're supposed to be. The next thing that I have to do here, after doing the tabs and doing the formatting, is just putting a row of, I could just put a row of my dates or my days up top. So I could hit return here, and if I'm going to put in an S for Sunday, hit a tab for Monday, hit a tab for Tuesday, tab Wednesday, tab TH for Thursday, even though here at the school we use an R, Friday, Saturday, and that's all I need. Now to bump this over, there needs to be a tab in front of that as well. Now these tabs are lining up with the right tabs just like everything else. I could always change it and put center tabs if I wanted to. But for now I'm just going to highlight that. That type also should be 18 point, but I'm going to make it Arial Black so it looks a little different, so there's a little contrast. So I'll make it Arial Black. Here's my Arial Black, and I'll give it a gray color, and you can just use a gray from this list here. And also what we need to do for all of this type is we need to put another box around, so we'll go to borders and shading. And it's just the same thing. Just go to borders. You don't have to go to page borders. Go to box. Make sure it's 1 point. And then hit OK. And that's all you should really need if you want to put extra dates in here, because it actually ends, you know, if you want to see the end of February, which ends on the 29th, you could put a 29 here and, you know, put more of these and make them gray so they don't stand out as much. But that's about it. So this one shouldn't take you very long. So that's part 1 of the calendar black and white one.